Well, hey there, team. This is podcast number 988 for me. It's the 20th of March 2021, and you are listening to episode 433 of the Running Podcast.
Baby, can you see what I do to you? Don't you know?
Well, hey there, team, and welcome along to this episode of the Running Podcast, podcasting since 2007 and heard by more than 1 million people in over 160 countries. I am your host, Coach Jeff. Today I chat with you from out there in the shed on the treadmill as we get underway with Project PB 400. Please check out all of our current podcast shows over there at the lifestylepodnetwork.com. Everything that we have ever produced is still over there on coachjeff.com.au. Best thing to do is subscribe to either the Coach Jeff podcast or the Lifestyle Pod Network to make sure that you don't miss any of our shows. If you just want the running stuff, stay right here and subscribe to the Running Podcast, but there are plenty of other good shows over there on Coach Jeff and the Lifestyle Pod Network. Don't forget the Coach Jeff Archives podcast, where you'll find all those old shows prior to show number 250. Well, not long now, we're going to have Coach Jeff and Running Podcast merchandise available, t-shirts, hats, etc., etc., etc. And that's going to be a great way to support what we do here at Coach Jeff and the Running Podcast and get yourself some sweet merchandise as well. So keep an eye out for that. Check out our book, Running for Donuts. You can find that at runningfordonuts.net. And if you want to be a part of our brand new book, Still Running for Donuts, simply send your running-related story to my story at runningfordonuts.net. Well, that's about enough of me banging away here at the desk. Let's slide out through the kitchen into the shed, jump on the treadmill, and hear from the coach.
Who's to say I'm right? Who's to say that you should have?
Well, good morning, team, and welcome out here to the shed and the treadmill as we get some easy miles in here on the Running Podcast. And lots happening in this last week or so, getting a little bit of running done as I scuff my feet. Every time I scuff my feet on the treadmill now, I hear my buddy Brad Sampson's voice in my ear saying, fix your feet posture up. Hope you're going well, Brad. Always think of your brother. But lots been going on. Actually feeling pretty good. I've been getting a little bit of running, been getting a ton of bike riding and walking in, and a little bit of weights, strength and conditioning stuff. So it's really good. Losing a little bit of weight, feeling a lot fitter, especially the miles on the bike are making a huge difference. So, but it's that time. It's time to actually knuckle down and get stuck back into Project PB 400, which we talked about in late 2020. Was going to be the plan for this year, was to target a fast. Well, fast for me. Fast is a relative term when you're old and chunky. But I've decided that it's going to be a 400 metre on grass, barefoot. And we're actually going to use the cricket oval up here at the top of the hill, which is where we did a lot of our run training, a lot of our 1K repeats for Project PB, the original Project PB 5K. So that's what it's going to be. It's going to be 400 metres, one lap around the cricket oval, which is so close to 400 metres, it's not funny. And we're going to do it barefoot. It's a beautiful grass surface, so it'll be good fun. As we get down to the nitty-gritty over the next few weeks and develop the program, I've come up with a target, or an initial target, and that's going to be 1 minute 36 for my 400 metre journey around the oval. So I've set myself a bit of a parameter of 1 minute 30 to 1 minute 40, and 1:36 is kind of the bang-on target. I guess we won't know a lot until we get a fair bit of training done, but that's a 4-minute K pace, which I think for my current condition, physical, will be about the money and be good fun. I did go fishing back through my old training books trying to find my previous 400 metre time back from when we were doing a lot of track work, but I can't find any. And I think back in the day, I was probably running 3:40 3:45s, 3:45s minutes per K, when I was clipping along, so who knows. But, we've had a few weeks of base now, so if you're just joining us here on the Running Podcast, Project PB 400, I got started running a little bit of extra miles, bit of road work, because I had been stuck here on the treadmill so much. But we started a little bit of road work and then had some issues with my lower left leg. Go back and listen to previous shows and you can hear me talk about that. That seems to have cleared up. I've got to say, but my leg looks horrible, that lower left leg. The veins, where I had that big bobble on the vein, that's really blown up. A couple of other bobbles with it now, and the leg just doesn't look real good, but anyway, feels pretty good, and that's what counts. So, we've got that little bit of base training under the belt, and the plan is for the next couple of weeks, including this week, I'm just doing some 1 minute intervals, 3 by 1 minute intervals, and I'm doing them both here on the treadmill and over there on the stationary bike. And we'll do that for a couple of weeks. We're doing a couple of sets of those on each week on both the treadmill and the bike. Like I say, I do 3 by 1 minute with a complete 1 minute rest here on the treadmill, and going at around about a sort of 85%, 90% effort. Same on the push bike, 1 minute on, full 1 minute rest. Just to get the system going, get the legs turning over, start to get the body thinking about a bit of speed in the legs. And then after that next 2 weeks, I'll probably then take it out on the road for a couple of weeks, and we'll do 3 by 1 minute both here on the treadmill and out there on the road, do a couple of sets each for the week. And then haven't fully developed the program yet, or the plan, but probably after that I'll do some hill work, probably 4 to 6 weeks of hill work. Then we'll do a bit of speed work, and then we'll go and actually try and do this thing. So that'll be the plan. We're going to rough it out in the next week or so, and then commit to a fully written plan. But you know how I roll. Tend to make it up as we go, see what happens. But the main thing is this next couple of weeks, just some small, light turnovers. Like I say, 1 minute intervals, 3 of them. And that'll be good fun. Already done 1 set this week and really enjoyed it. It's always a great feeling to run fast. And when you're going at 85-90% effort, they're good fun. Actually, I might bring you along next week for some of the 1 minutes here on the treadmill. Not so much the bike, because you can't hear yourself think when that bike's going. So that's it's all good fun. Now, in addition to that, I'm back doing a little bit of core work, and like I say, I've been doing some strength and conditioning with my weights over here behind me. So nothing real flash, just a little bit of arm, chest and shoulder and back work, a little bit of core work. Bit by bit we're going to introduce some leg work, some step ups, some deadlifting, squats, a little bit of strength back in the legs. But all in all, feeling pretty good. All things going well, my leg will hold up and we can get back on track with Project PB 400, my attempt to relive past glory. As I attempt to run 400 metres around the local cricket oval on grass in nothing but me bare feet. Actually bare feet on the treadmill here this morning, and really enjoying it. So that's the rough plan. We're back on track. We kicked it off this week. A couple more weeks of just easy running, some little 1 minute intervals, then we'll take that to the road. Then we'll get stuck into some good hill work. You know how much I love my hill work. It's a cheap, fast track to speed, efficiency, strength. And we'll do a little bit of core work, bit of weights, bit of grunting as we lift the weights. And of course we'll do all the usual cross training, keep the push bike going. Maybe a little bit of water running, swimming on odd weeks just to balance it out. You know, I love my cross training for all sports. And that'll be good fun. Alrighty, we might just about wrap that up from here on the treadmill. Be out on the road tomorrow for my Sunday morning long run. We'll probably go 5k in the morning. out there on the road. That'll be good fun. And looking forward to that. So I'll speak to you more from the road in the morning. Got some people I want to say g'day to. Can you hear that, Brad Sampson? My foot's going. Some people I want to say g'day to and thank you and hello to from out there on the road in the morning. So that'll be good fun. But for now, we might wrap this up as we approach. We're coming up on now, there's will be 20 minutes, so that's pretty good. Just got back from a 1 hour bike ride, 20 minutes on the treadmill, go over here, do my weights, and it'll be time to jump on the BMX bike and cruise up to the coffee shop, get a coffee. Alright, wherever you are, I hope your running's going well, hope you're having great fun, and I'll see you back at the desk in just a bit. We'll tidy it up. Don't go away.
Boy, though my story's seldom told, I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles, such are promises. All lies and jest, still a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. My home and my family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers, in the quiet of the railway station, running scared, laying low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie. Asking only workmen's wages, I come looking for a job, but I get no offers. Just to come on from the horse on 7th Avenue. I do declare there were times when I was so lonesome I took some comfort there. La 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 la.
Alrighty team, that'll just about wrap us up for this edition of the Running Podcast, and as always a huge big thank you to each and every one of you for popping on over, downloading the show and joining us while we did some easy miles on the treadmill out there in the shed. Alright, don't forget, keep an eye out, coming very very soon, a whole range of Coach Jeff and the Running Podcast merch, including some of our most famous sayings on the back of shirts, so that'll be fun. That's probably about enough of me. Don't forget, if you've got a running related story, flick it across to me at my story at runningfordonuts.net. Would love to hear from you as we put together the second edition of Running for Donuts. Alright, well that's about enough of me banging away here at the desk. Time for me to get out of here now, but please remember what the coach has always said: train to race and race to win, but man, make sure you have a heap of fun along the way. Until we see you on the very next episode of the Running Podcast, or maybe see you out there on the roads of the trails, or maybe meet you down at the corner in the morning by the supermarket where we'll run a nice easy 5k out there on the road. This is the coach saying bye bye for now.